Good morning from the grumpy corner. It's raining again, and I'm trying to stay positive about that. But I would really like to get my little studio craft room, spell casting room set up, and the weather seems to be slowing me down a bit. I'm going to try today really hard to get that set up. It will require taking everything off the floor in there and bringing it out in here, and then getting the shelf and the desk set up in there. I still don't have a chair to sit on, but I don't care. I just want to get that room set up, because right now it's becoming a catch-all for things that need sorted and stored or given away. And that's unacceptable. So I might have an annoyed today, but I'm working on it. And it wouldn't be so bad, but rain is also rather painful, and I feel it in every bone today. So there we are, and hopefully this afternoon I will be able to get some video done, maybe. I've got a lot of stuff to edit if I can get the space to do it, but it's kind of hard to think about editing and reach forward and do all that stuff with the laptops when your body says, "Don't move!" So today we'll be puttering around in the back room, trying to stay out of the rain as much as possible. The car needs unloaded, and then we need to go up to storage and load it up with stuff that needs to come back down here. So I've said I hate moving enough times that I don't need to say I hate moving anymore, because pretty much everyone that knows me knows that I hate moving. So I won't say that I hate moving, because everyone knows that I hate moving. So I won't say I hate moving. And I do enjoy the weather here, but I would like a little bit more dryness just for a little while, just till we're done, because it kind of slows us down a bit, body-wise. But we're still trying to work on that magic. I found my sunflower seeds, or some of them. I have so many sunflower seeds. But I found some of them, and I'll be getting those planted if I can get out of the grumpies. So I've got a plan for those. I'm going to have a pretty good sized sunflower patch of various colors and sizes, and kind of got them planned out so that the neighbor lady can see them too. She's not very mobile, so where I'm planting them, she'll be able to look out her window and see them. And she's a real sweetie, so I thought that might be kind of a bonus. So that's about it for here for now. If I ever get back into my studio, I am going to get into some videos about my beliefs and possibly politics. I don't know. I don't generally debate those kinds of things anymore, because it leads to fights, but I don't have the same attitude either, so I don't fight. I will state how I feel. I will happily discuss those things. I'm not too into gish gallops or conspiracy theories or craziness, but I'll happily debate the facts. And as far as my faith goes, my beliefs, that's something I would like to share, because I spent a lot of years trying to be a good Christian woman, and there's a lot of things I could say about that, and have on Facebook, but there are going to be a lot of things I'll probably say here about that too, because since I stopped being a Christian, that's when my life got better. And honestly, what passes as Christian now is kind of scary, because there's nothing besides the hateful mega Christians and the non-Christians. I haven't seen any Christians of old lately, and maybe they're out there, but they're certainly not speaking up. So it kind of bothers me. And a lot of the hate and destruction that's going on right now in our country and in our world is caused by people who are trying to demand that we follow this God that they say is so great, and yet the only things I can see them doing are spreading hate, trying to mash people who are different than them. And I've read the Bible more than once, so I know the theories in it, or the ideas of it. It's a book written by a bunch of men to control masses. But by the same token, it's full of hate. It's full of violence. It's full of abuse. And now we see that all these wonderful good Christians, supposedly good Christians, are attacking people who are different than them. And yet, in their churches, they're covering up abuse of children. And that just, I can't abide by that. And that's not a God I want to follow. And there are other gods out there that are much stronger and much more loving and caring. And apparently, the Bible God, this mega God, is either so weak that he can't handle dealing with the evil that has come out, or he's cool with it. And either way, that's not a God I want to support. So I will worship my gods, the many, and I will live my life according to what they want and what I believe. And the odd thing is that I'm not full of hate or fear. And I'm not out to get people who are different than me. So, personally, I think my gods are better than that Bible God, that mega God. And there might have been a time, there probably was, there was a time when that mega God wasn't a mega God, it was just a God. And people tried to live better and not be so hateful, but it's not what we have anymore. Now we have just open hate in the name of that God. That's offensive. And while I can respect others' rights to believe and to worship whichever God they wish, you can't really bring me over to that God's side when you spew vile, hateful things about people who are different than you. So, if I remember correctly back from my Baptist days, you were supposed to witness and go out and show others the love of that God. And that's not happening now, is it? No. That God is showing hate and vileness, or at least through his people. And they claim to be his people, so. And he's not doing anything about it. He's not saying, hey, you're not my people, I'm going to strike you or punish you. Nope. So, he's a weak God. Since I stopped praying to that God and started doing spells and worshiping the gods that I worship, my life has improved. There's not the anxiety, there's not the fear that there used to be. So, yeah, I'd like to get into that more and discuss that more. Not because I want to put down other people's God, although I will. But other people might want to remember that for many, many years I tried being worthy of that God. And all I ever got was told how unworthy I was. And not a good way to get worshipers. I'm no longer unworthy. And now I am at peace and I'm happy. And I would like that for others. So even from my grumpy corner, I can say that because I've found my faith, I'm happy. I'm calm. And I know what is expected of me. And I no longer feel unworthy. If you think that's going to make me burn in hell, all I can say is I'd rather be in that hell you speak of with the people like me than the heaven that you speak of with the people that are spreading the hate and vileness that's going on right now in this country. So, not a bad thing. Win-win, I guess. Heaven doesn't have to put up with me. And seems like there's a lot of good people in hell, according to your version. Of course, then that would make me wonder, so when Jeebus comes back and all that, what's this stuff about the meek inheriting the earth? Because apparently the bad's going to hell and the good's going to heaven, so yeah, we could get into a lot of that. But for now, I'm going to say have a magical day and find myself a food because my stomach is starting to get loud enough that it's going to wake up Clyde and the dogs if it keeps growling. And yeah, anyway, have a magical day. I'm going to try to keep my happy thoughts so that I can get as much work done as possible.